The president was accused over the weekend by another media source, BuzzFeed, which is kind of a...
Well, they're the ones that broke the dossier story. They printed the dossier.
These are really, you talk about biased news organizations. This one is really biased. Anyway, basically saying that the president told Cohen to lie to Congress and tried to get that floated through the weekend. Well, of all people to come out and say that that is not true was Robert Mueller.
Amazing. He never does this.
I'm just going, is this a crack in where the case is going?
Yes.
So anyway, Texas Republican John Ratcliff reacts to Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller refuting the BuzzFeed report. This is an amazing story. Anyway, here's what he had to say.
Well, I'm glad the special counsel did it. It was the right thing to do. He deserves credit for that. I think the president gave him credit for that. I guess the question that I would have, Maria, is why now, almost 2 years into the special counsel's tenure, does he take this extraordinary action to correct a fake news or false news article about the special counsel when there have been dozens of them over the last 2 years? So is that just a coincidence, or does it have something to do with the fact that that happened 2 days after an attorney general nominee said for the first time, I'm going to grade the special counsel's homework, and I'm going to get to the bottom of all of this and bring a fair and expeditious conclusion to this matter. So I don't think it's as much of a coincidence as it is a cause and effect of what happened earlier in the week at the attorney general's confirmation hearing.
All right, there you go. Your thoughts?
Well, I'm wondering why Mueller is coming in like this, as he's never done before. Could it have something to do with the William Barr confirmation hearings and how generous and positive he's been about Mueller and his role as special counsel?
Possibly. I think that has influence. I think what William Barr did during his confirmation hearing, what I got out of it, Robert Mueller walks away from all issues clean.
Yes, I think you're right. Yeah.
Everybody else is up for grabs. Because you got to remember, all the nonsense leading up to this investigation was being done by everybody else. The Comeys, the Rosensteins, the Starks, all these other people. And then they get up to the point where they elect a special counsel to take over. That's Robert Mueller. He had nothing to do with all that stuff.
Right.
And that is the area, even we don't like it, and it looks like to be a witch hunt, and has all those appearances. I think this is a little bit of an indication that the final report from Robert Mueller is going to be full of a lot of innuendos, but no direct collusion.
But you know the weird thing about this is one of the most unusual steps to be taken by Robert Mueller. But how will it sit with the left? Well, this may be an indication, because even though we heard this rare public rebuke from the special counsel's office, Chris Matthews appeared unconvinced. Matthews, MSNBC? Yeah. He was unconvinced. He said, not accurate doesn't mean it's not true. In certain iotas, it's not quite true. But it doesn't deny the thrust of the article. So they're not believing one of the most extraordinary measures that special counsel has done, and still, it's about Trump.